Deputy Mayor, Kathmandu Metropolitan City, has arrived. May I please request everyone to take their seats, and we'll begin in a few moments. Thank you for taking your seats. Each and every one of you look exquisite, and your presence has significantly enhanced the elegance of this event. For a few announcements before we start, there is a Zonta Bazaar going there outside, and it'll be open till 9:30. Please do visit the Zonta Bazaar, and you might want to purchase a few items from made in Nepal and from Bangladesh as well. May we request you to switch off your mobile phone or set to silent mode if you haven't already done so, for the convenience of everyone. I would also like to request the speakers to kindly adhere to the allotted time. In case you happen to exceed, our timekeeper will present you with a note for a kind information. Dinner will be served at 8 p.m. after the inaugural ceremony. Thank you. With the permission of the chair of the 17th Biennial Zonta International District 25 Conference, Zonta Srijana Rana, who is also our governor, I would like to commence the program of Zonta to build a better women for women and girls worldwide. Thank you so much for your presence once again, Honorable Minister and respected ma'am. Performance is from Sushila Arts Academy. It is a representation of how different culture can reunite us as one, presenting Arpana Lama, Nikesh Chowdhury, Gyanu Sunwar, and Babita Lama, choreographed by Arpana Lama, Gyanu Sunwar, and Babita Lama. Please enjoy. It really refreshed us, and we will proceed with the flag parade, a significant and colorful part of the opening ceremony at all Zonta International Conventions and District Conferences. Nepal flag is being carried by Zonshan Meera Jyoti, Treasurer Zonta International, District 25 and member of Zonta Club of Kathmandu. Nepal joined Zonta International in 2012. Now we have District 25 country flags in alphabetical order. Bangladesh flag is being carried by Zontion Dr. Zareen Dilawar Hussain, Lieutenant Governor District 25 and member Zonta Club of Greater Dhaka. We have India flag being carried by Zontion Eric Elavia, immediate past governor and nominating committee chair and chair of Zonta International Greater Diversity, and she is a member of Zonta Club of Bombay 1. Sri Lanka flag is being carried by Zontion Ratan Abdullah Hussain, member of Zonta Club 3 of Colombo. We have the flag of New Zealand, the Zonta International Representatives country, carried by Zontion Suela Cumming, representative of Zonta International and Treasurer, Secretary of Zonta International and Zonta Foundation for Women. We have Zonta International, Zonta Club of Kathmandu flag. Zonta Club of Kathmandu was chartered in 2012. The flag is carried by Zontion Ava Shah, President. Dance performance. After this, I'd like to request Zontion Srijanarana, Governor Zonta International District 25 for a welcome remarks.
Welcome to the 17th Zonta International District 25 Conference. It is good to be together again after the 65th International Convention in Hamburg last year. District Conference are where Zonta members from the Zonta Club of the district meet each biennium. For us Zontians, what we stand for, what we believe in and work so very hard for needs no saying. But for our guests here today, let me tell you a little bit about Zonta International. Zonta International has successfully empowered women worldwide through service and advocacy for more than 100 years. The first Zonta Club was established in 1919 in Buffalo, New York in the United States. Today, Zonta International has 30,000 members belonging to more than 1,200 Zonta clubs in 67 countries and geographic areas. We are an organization that has consultative status with the Council of Europe, the United Nations, ILO, and several UN agencies. We are a supportive community of the like-minded professionals from diverse countries and cultures who believe in making the world a better place by empowering women. Till then, we Zontians will continue to step forward to help, to encourage, and to guide. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our Governor Zontian Srijanarana. I would like to now request Zontian Avasha, President of Zonta Club of Kathmandu, for her greetings. She's also the President of Host Club, who's hosting the conference.
On behalf of the Zonta Club of Kathmandu and the Zonta Club of Pokhara, it is a great privilege for us to extend our greetings and welcome to all of you. Our eminent dignitaries, our esteemed guests, together with our fellow Zontians, our guest from New Zealand, District 25, District 31, to the 17th Zonta International District Conference. It is indeed wonderful to have all of you present here today at the inaugural ceremony. We are honored to have the gracious presence of our chief guest, the Honorable Surendra Raj Acharya, Minister for Women, Children and Senior Citizens, Government of Nepal, our special guest, Ms. Sunita Dongol, Deputy Mayor of Kathmandu Metropolitan City, our keynote speaker, Ms. Bharati Silvalgiri, former Assistant Resident Representative, Gender Equality and Social Development Unit, UNDP Nepal, Zontian Swela M. Cumming, Treasurer Secretary 2224, Zonta International and Zonta Foundation for Women, District 25, Board Liazo. We have friends from Sri Lankan and Bangladesh Embassy. We have UNDP Resident Rep from here with us. I think she's at the back at the moment. I'm also delighted to announce that a district conference is happening for the very first time in Nepal. And it is a moment of great pride for all of us. A lot of hard work and ownership has been displayed by the members, and the workings and success of this 3-day conference is to be attributed to their dedication and commitment. As you gather here for discussions, collaborations, and inspiration, I'd like to also highlight the myriad of experiences that await you in Nepal beyond the conference walls. Nepal, known for its breathtaking landscapes, rich culture, warm hospitality, offers a wealth of opportunities for you to enjoy. Whether it is admiring the Himalayan range or soaking in the rich Nepali culture and heritage by exploring the ancient temples, monasteries, and experiencing the warm hospitality of the Nepali people, I hope these few days will also enrich us all with cherished memories of this remarkable country. This evening also initiates a 3-day learning and networking period for members of the sister countries of the district, as we share our individual programs and projects. Our theme of embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion is personified by the gathering here today. That so aptly embodies solidarity, sisterhood, and commitment of Zonta International's vision and mission to women's empowerment and gender equality. I would also like to mention that we have a bazaar which will be open during the duration of the conference. As we have very tight schedules daily, we have brought the shopping to your doorsteps, and we hope you find the time to avail of some shoppings. A huge gratitude to all our sponsors. I also take this opportunity in the presence of our chief guest, Honorable Minister Surendra Raj Acharya, and a special guest, Ms. Sunita Dongol, Deputy Mayor, Kathmandu Metropolitan City, to request for the support of the state municipality in Zonta Club's efforts in the country to achieve gender equality and create a society free of gender-based violence. Once again, thank you all for your presence here today. Thank you to my fellow Zontians who have traveled from afar. May this conference be instrumental in leading us to gain new insights into working together in solidarity with each other, the community and stakeholders for the betterment and empowerment of women, not only in District 25, but globally too. Thank you.
Thank you, President Zanshan Avasha, for your information. Now, I'd like to request the AV team for the message from our President, Zonta International President, and Zonta International Foundation, Zanshan Ute Schools. Even though she could not be here in person, she has been kind enough to send a message for all of us.
Hello, my fellow students. Also greetings from my home Germany. Welcome to the district conference. Is this your first conference? Please raise your hand. All of those who have attended before, look around and see if there's anyone near you with their hand raised. Be sure to welcome her. Do you remember your first conference? How about your first meeting or event in Zonta? Remember the possibilities that you had in mind about what you could do for women and girls through Zonta, and what Zonta could do for you. I hope that your Zonta experience still brings you excitement and new possibilities to serve.
We will really enjoy our district conferences. This is the first time Nepal is hosting the conference, and we are all very excited to be here and being in the organizing committee. Now I would like to request our Zanshan Suela Cumming, Treasurer Secretary 2022-24, Zonta International and Zonta Foundation for Women, and she's also the District 25 Board Liaison, to launch the e-newsletter and then give her a speech, please. Okay, so this is the e-newsletter, and it contains messages from the governor and the district board members, Zonta International representatives, and it also has information about the District 25 activities for the biennium. Thank you, Zanshan Suela. Our special guest, Ms. Sunita Dangul, Deputy Mayor, Kathmandu Metropolitan City, for her remarks. She has been inspiration to many women, and she has been performing her duties very admirably. May I please request you, ma'am?
Thank you so much. Honorable Minister of Children, Women and Senior Citizen, Sunendra Raj Acharya, and also the President and all the delegates present here in the program. Thank you so much for having me. It's my utmost pleasure to see amazing women, not just from inside the country, but also from all over the Asia, and also I can see amazing women from the New Zealand. Thank you so much for coming to Nepal, and thank you, special thanks to Zonta Club for organizing this amazing program. It's always a pleasure to see women from diverse groups coming together, raising voice and working together for a common agenda of gender equality. It really means a lot, especially when it comes to bringing and working together for the women by the women. I always remember a line whenever I see empowered women. There is a beautiful line that says, empowered woman always empowers women. And I believe the women who are empowered and doing this amazing conference will empower a lot of women who are actually seeking for the guidance, who are actually seeking for the, somebody to hold the hand and also lead the path. Congratulations for organizing this amazing program for the first time in Nepal. I was very delighted to learn the work and also the effort that Zonta Club has been putting on to contribute for the society. I was very happy to learn that this club has been working in diverse working areas, including from children, from education, health, menstrual hygiene, breast and cervical cancer awareness, and also happy to learn that the society itself, the club itself is working in skill and also vocational training. Especially the awareness in the sector of child marriage and also climate change and women violence has been amazing work that the club is doing. Another aspect that I have, another aspect that has actually dragged my attention is this club is not just working alone. This club is actually collaborating with a lot of sectors, from NGOs, INGOs to local government. While going through knowing about the club itself, it's so good to know that this club has a history, glorious history of more than 100 years. It's not a joke. And I can imagine how many women have been empowered from the club itself, and how many empowered women have actually empowered other women from diverse society, from diverse group. It's good to know that there are more than 30,000 members who are working together in a club from different countries, actually 67 countries, 1,200 Zonta clubs, 32 districts, and the major agenda on women empowerment, gender-based violence awareness, climate change, and biodiversity. These are the areas that have actually been these areas should be voiced, and not just within women, and also not just within a certain community, but also throughout the world. Once again, congratulations for making this happen, and also bringing amazing women from different countries, the member countries of District 25. Especially talking about the local government, and also talking about the participation of women. Something that actually motivated me to come into the politics, active politics, was it's high time that we'd raise a voice that participation of women, not just participation, but meaningful participation of women is today's need. And meaningful participation of women, not just in one sector of the society, but in all the sectors, including political sectors. The Constitution of Nepal itself is very inclusive. It actually assures that the participation of women in parliament is at least 33%. The major two posts of the government has to be ensured by the participation of the women itself. 50% has to be women. For an example, if the president is men, the vice president has to be women, and vice versa. The same applies in local government too. The major two positions, mayor and deputy mayor, one has to be women. This has actually ensured the participation of women, bringing women from corners of the society to come into the limelight, not just to raise the voice and also work for the people, bringing all the women together. This has actually brought a sense of responsibility, not just a sense of responsibility, this has actually empowered thousands of women in Nepal. A lot of women who were actually waiting for the right time to get the opportunity, this provision in the Constitution has actually opened up a door for women to come into the politics, active politics. The patriarchal society, there is still a narrative that women are proven incompetent. Women are proven incompetent until proven otherwise, and men are considered as competent until proven otherwise. This is something that we really need to break. And the narrative will be broken only when women can come into the limelight, can come into the position and prove that, yes, we are competent. Keeping all these things in mind, after being elected as Deputy Mayor of Kathmandu Metropolitan City, there are some of the initiatives that we have taken to empower women in the society itself. In the very first day of being elected, the first decision I made was organizing and also forming women's cell in each wards of Kathmandu Metropolitan City. And in the first year, we achieved that goal. We've been able to organize, we have been able to form women's cell in all the wards of Kathmandu Metropolitan City, and the women's cell are not led by men. it is led by women local representative. The initiative has somehow put on the responsibility on the shoulder of women representatives, and they have been doing amazing. The women's cell specially focuses on gender-based violence. It not just addresses the women violence, but it also addresses other kind of violence that are faced by men and other genders living in the society, especially the gender-based violence are addressed by the women's cell. We have been collaborating with a lot of stakeholders for the effective operation of women's cell. And I can see Zonta Club could be one of the stakeholders to work together. Woman will be independent only when she is economically independent. So making women economically independent is yet another agenda that we have been working on. We have actually brought a lot of provision that encourages women to come and invest and also develop their skills. So one of the acts that we have brought, especially in the Economic Act, one of the provision is if woman starts up her business, any kind of business, she will have a deduction subsidy of 40% of tax. Along with that, we have launched a program, One Ward, One Model program, that focuses on bringing and also policing the skills of women, and also not just giving them training, but also linking them to the market, and also establish small cottage industries for now. And if they start up one model, under the One Model program in each wards, they don't have to pay much tax. They have reduction, subsidy of 95% of tax. So they only have to pay 5% of tax for 3 years, not just 1 or 2 years, but 3 years. So even in One Ward, One Model program, we can also collaborate together to develop the skills of women and also bring them into the position where they can be economically independent. Another sector that I see as a possibility of collaboration is education. Another sector that we have been putting our focus is education. For the holistic development and also advancement of women and girls, education could be yet another area where we can collaborate together. And international scholarship, I have also heard about the international scholarship. We can also plan for learn, earn, and then return program, where girls can go and they can learn, they can also broaden their knowledge, they can earn through their internship, and they have to return back to Nepal and also share their learning to their own country. So learn, earn, and return program could be yet another program that we can work together. Public-private partnership is another scope of work that we have to focus on. Until and unless public and private sector work together, the national economic growth might be in a worse of risks. So PPP model is yet another model that we need to focus on so that we can contribute not just in cities' economic growth, but also national GDP and national economic growth. So at the end, all I want to say is we can work in climate change, and especially focusing on gender equal climate action, so that we can also highlight the issues faced by women due to the impact of climate change, and we can also bring awareness program. So thank you so much, Zonta Club, for working in different sectors in Nepal, especially in child marriage. Thank you so much for working in sensitive issue of Nepal. And I also would like to thank Ms. Rizana Rana and the entire team. Thank you so much for bringing bringing the light on the work of the Zonta Club, and also making me aware about the amazing work this club has been doing. And it's always a pleasure to see women working together, because there is a belief that there is still a narrative that women can work together, but this club shows an example that women can work together, not just for themselves, but for the whole society. Thank you so much. So let's work together. Let's raise the voice of women, not just the women. Let's raise the voice of entire society, and let's build the better society to live in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, respected Deputy Mayor, for your appreciation of Zonta's work and for your encouragement and words of praises for Zonta. Your initiations to empower women are truly praiseworthy, and thank you for showing how and where we can partner together. And definitely, it's a pleasure to be working with this group of women, and as you've rightly said, we can actually work together, not just for ourselves, but for others as well. Now we're slightly behind the schedule, but still we're coming to the key part of the program. Also now I would like to request our chief guest, Honorable Minister Surendra Acharya, Ministry of Women, Children and Senior Citizens, for his remarks, please.
Thank you very much. Treasurer Secretary of Zonta International, Ms. Shaulia Koming, Deputy Mayor of Kathmandu Metropolitan City, Ms. Sunita Dangol, Governor of Zonta District 25, Ms. Srijana Rana, Keynote Speaker and Gender Equality Specialist, Ms. Bharati Silwal Giri, distinguished participants from New Zealand, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Nepal. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and namaste. I am deeply honored to address the 17th Zonta International District 25 Conference under the theme Embracing Diversity, Equity and Inclusion. I have come to understand that Zonta is a strong advocate for women's rights and gender equality across local, national and international areas, and it's a privilege to stand before you today. I commend Zonta's dedication to women's empowerment and inclusion. Empowered women are cornerstone of a prosperous and inclusive society, and true progress cannot be achieved unless women and girls actively participate in social, cultural, and economic development. I also applaud Zonta District 25 for the effort in promoting the rights and empowerment of women and girls through advocacy, service, and impactful initiatives across Bangladesh, India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. To everyone gathered here today, I extend my heartfelt congratulations for your exceptional work and decisions. Over the years, Nepal has made significant progress in promoting gender equality with improved access to education, increased political representation, and invites to boost economic empowerment. While we celebrate this achievement, we must also acknowledge the persistent disparities in literacy, employment opportunities, and maternal health. Gender-based violence remains a pressing issue as well. Women's empowerment is a multifaceted challenge that requires the collective effort of government, civil society, communities, and individuals. It is our shared responsibility to ensure that the women of Nepal and South Asia have the opportunities, resources, support they need to thrive. The Ministry of Women, Children, and Senior Citizens has been actively involved in various initiatives and programs aimed at women's empowerment, including implementing legal reforms to promote gender equality and protect women's rights, including laws related to domestic violence, property rights, and inheritance. Working to improve girls' access to education and reduce the gender gap in literacy and school enrollment rates through scholarship programs and invites to create girls-friendly schools. Providing economic opportunities for women through training and skill development programs, microfinance initiatives, and support for women entrepreneurship. Improving women's access to health care service, including maternal and respective health service, while also working to reduce maternal mortality rates. The government, of collaboration with civil society organizations and international partners like Zonta, remains committed to addressing the challenges and advancing the right and status of women in Nepal. In closing, I take this opportunity to congratulate Zonta District 25 as well as the Zonta Club of Kathmandu and Pokhara for hosting this important conference that aims to highlight the values of diversity, equity, and inclusion that form the bedrock of a more just and compassionate world. I wish you a pleasant stay in Kathmandu and hope you find time to explore the city's beautiful culture, heritage. Thank you for your commitment to the cause of women's improvement, and I wish you all fruitful discussion and collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your support and for your participation. We are very grateful and we very much look forward to working with the government in the days to come. I would like to please welcome Zonta and Dr. Zareen Dilawar Hussain for closing remarks.
This is the most difficult part, vote of thanks and acknowledging everybody. I know it becomes very boring, but do indulge me for 5 minutes because it's time to step in the world of gratitude. Now the keynote speaker, what am I supposed to say? She has been excellent. She has come up with so many informative data. She has talked about poverty. She's talked about feudalism, patriarchy, why there is gender gap, and what can we do to fill it up. She talked about peace, that we need to be peaceful in our heart and not harbor any hate. Then only can we have a beautiful planet. I would like to also take a moment to thank the message which came from our Zonta International and Zonta International Foundation, our president, Ute Scholz, and she's very inspiring, and she came up with the motto, better world for women and girls. Our District 25 Liaison, Suela Kaming, thank you so much for coordinating with us, for briefing us, and being with us this beautiful evening and making it so colorful with your presence of the planet. Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much.